Hello, good morning everybody. We are from group 2. We will explain about planning. I am Yohanna Tampubolon. I will explain about planning as speaker 1. In this chapter, here describes planning in action research. This chapter also explains how to start planning before doing action research and what should be done, how to overcome it if in the middle of the research your experience and obstacle or problem spontaneously. The meaning in this chapter, we can know how to describe planning in action research and know how to start explain before doing action research when we should be done and know how to overcome it if in the middle of the research when you have experience. Planning for action research. There are three of planning for action research. Number 1 is identifying a topic. Identifying a topic is organizing principle of discussion, like strategy for identification, like simply to ask yourself what is about the topic. Number 2, gathering preliminary information. Gathering preliminary information is like a data generated from small-scale research and projects to evaluate the feasibility conducting full research studies. And the last is reviewing related literature. Reviewing related literature is a detailed review of exciting literature to relate the topic of a thesis. And you can talk about knowledge and findings from existing literature relevant to your topic. Now will be continued by my friends.
Okay, I am Putri dari Simanjuntak as a speaker too, and I will continue our presentation about the steps of the plan in action research. The first is develop a plan of actions. In develop a plan of action, divided in three, that is assess current technologies. For example, the teachers answer questions about what type of technology the teacher use at present and why the teacher thinks this works and how the teachers now leads to other questions. The second is formulate research questions. For example, the teacher's new knowledge about WordPress in raises questions about how or if this new method might be better. In particular, will the use of WordPress make a difference in student ability to learn the content or develop the products or research questions? The third is establish research frameworks. First set of slides. For example, the teachers now decided which class to study or population and what time it will take to conduct to study or time frame and how gather data or measure survey observation and what permissions or support are needed or other conditions that need to be met. The next is implement the plan. In implement the plan, focus to gather data. For example, the teacher applies the pretest to learn about prior knowledge and attitude. The teachers use the web quest to support instruction on the topic under study. The teachers and administrator observe during lesson, and the teacher administers post-tests of content and attitude, and the teacher survey of attitude toward process. The next is observe effect of implementation. Observe effect of implementation focus to the data analysis. For example, the teacher compares pre and post-test data about students' attitudes and content. Observations and survey are analysis to compare or challenge students' responses, and multiple measures make teachers more confident of results, and the teachers draw conclusions about the value of this method. The next is reflect on effect as basis for planning. Focus to inform decision making. For example, the teachers find results are not definitive. This encourages the teachers to study the method further and share information with college and administrator as the basis for planning about technology used in their school. Okay, the next material will be continued by speaker 3, Dian Jessica Sigalingging.
I'm Dian Jessica. I will continue our presentation for today. It's topic about planning for data collection. The first one, determining the types of data to collect and their sources. In this planning can be done in several types of data collect, namely questionnaire, interview, observation, or combination of the three, and test or pre-test and post-test. B. Describing the action or intervention and its procedure. The action stage consists of several cycles depending on the level of problem solving. Each cycle consists of 4 activities, namely planning, implementing, analyzing, and reflecting. C. Deciding the method and instruments. The research instrument can be in the form of test and non-test. An instrument in the form of a test is made to measure certain abilities or skills. This test can be in the form of an oral test, a written test, or a performance test depending on the type of ability or skill desired. D. Determining when and how often the data will be collected. In this planning, the type of the data that will be collected and will be used as a basis for assessing the success or value of the attempted learning improvement actions can be qualitative, quantitative, or a combination of the both. E. Deciding who will collect the data. In this case, it is better to determine who collected the data in the order to get the valid data. F. Determining data analysis technique. Data analysis is focused on goals, variables, objects that will be improved or changed. For example, regarding the readiness of students in following lesson, frequency and the quality of question, and how to answer and reasoning, quality of group collaboration, activities, participation, motivation, interest, self-concept, critical thinking, creativity, independence, and the others. And the last one is the setting the intended outcomes or success criteria. This is to find out whether the process or result carried out during the research are appropriate or successful. Next slide, about the implementation. The implementation plan for classroom action research is implemented. To be paid attention is that there must be a commitment from the teacher to continue to follow the previously planned design without changing the reasonableness of behavior, and avoiding situation of rigidity, meaning it should flow as usual so that the information obtained is accurate. Okay, I think this is our result for presentation today. Thank you for the attention. Thank you.
Okay guys, I think that's all our presentation from group 2. If you have a question, suggestions, you can take it below in our comments. See you.